All right. On to the San Jose Sharks then. Based on your pick for Columbus that you are going with, of course, your boy of the draft, Leo Carlsson. San Jose Sharks, who are they taking it for?
I don't know how you pass on Michkov. This guy, again, you want to talk about like ceiling in this draft. He is not that far behind. I mean, I do think Bedard ended up with this year just completely separating himself. But I mean, you want to talk about offensive ceiling. Michkov, the shot is a joke. Incredibly creative. He has, like, you'd probably honestly say like poor skating, but it doesn't even fucking matter. Which, like, there are certain like foundational tools as a hockey player and like as an NHL player, and skating happens to be one of them. Like we've talked about this before. I put less value on it than a lot of people, but it is a foundational tool. If you can't skate, then like, okay, that's going to significantly limit you. But Matvei Michkov is a perfect pick for San Jose Sharks because they are in absolutely no rush. You want to talk about fucking cap hell. I mean, good for them for getting out of the Burns deal. I mean, I know Burns is still lighting up and probably could have been a Norris finalist. But I mean, he's signed for however more years. Couture signed for however many fucking more years. Vlasic has another like 4 years on his deal. Like, you're not in a rush to be good again. And you're going to let this kid go, continue to marinate in the second or third best league in the world. And again, this kid went to the worst team in the KHL. Like, that team was so bad and was, I think he ended up right under a point per game. Like, on a team that went like 25 games with 0 wins. It like didn't even sniff a win. Got the shit kicked out of him. And he instantly went there and like, not only did he like light it up offensively, but he actually corrected a lot of his game where he actually was a decently impactful defensive player for them and really showed more to his game than just like scoring. So we said it before, if the geopolitical climate wasn't what it was, if this kid wasn't signed for 3-4 more years, he would be a no shit first or second overall pick, right, with Bedard. And again, we've been robbed of like Russia versus Canada, Michkov versus Bedard in like so many tournaments now the last couple of years, and it sucks because like it was those two. Like, it wasn't necessarily just like Bedard no shit. I mean, I think Bedard always would have probably gone first because he's Canadian. But again, like, you want to plant fucking Matvei Michkov in the WHL, you're looking at fuck you NHL, like WHL numbers. Like, I mean, right there with Bedard. He's so much better than fucking everybody. Like, he is a stud. Like, he's so good. So for me, San Jose, that's a no-brainer pick. If this kid's gonna fall, like 2 years ago, this is like, you're gonna let him fall to number 4. Right. Which is also just like wildly impressive. Like, we talked about last year with Shane Wright. This would be beyond Shane Wright stuff where it's like, there's no reason this kid should be going 4th overall.
Totally.
And yet, who knows? Maybe he could fall beyond them too.
So 2 quick follow-up questions on that then, because one, like, I think it's important to build off of what you said about like Brent Burns could be a Norris nominee this year. Guess what? Erik Karlsson is a Norris nominee. You already said it earlier in this stream that they got their top 2 centers locked up long-term, Couture and Hertl. Like, how baffling is it that a team with that kind of talent has kind of been dog shit?
Yeah, I mean, I think when they signed a bunch of those deals, though, I think there were a lot of people who were saying, man, you better fucking hope they pan out for like at least half of that contract. I think like there was evidence there when all of those deals got signed, like, oh man, you better like win like in the next couple of years. So like, it's not shocking to me that Marc-Edouard Vlasic kind of like fell off a cliff. And again, like, it wasn't like Burns fell off a cliff, but they had to get some cap space back. They wanted to like pretend like they were still vying for not even like a playoffs, but just like be a good hockey team. But I think, look, again, like, they signed a lot of those deals. Everyone's like, man, you better fucking win the next 2-3 years because those are all going to be ugly deals. So I don't think it's like totally shocking. I think it was more shocking how quickly it happened. Like, how quickly all those guys like fell off. And again, like, the one guy that they got out of that deal, like Brent Burns, who probably could have been a Norris finalist this year.
And they still had a Norris finalist after
trade. And they still have the guy that's going to win. So there you go.
bizarro world. The other question, just for people that maybe aren't aware, and maybe you're not fully plugged in on this, but like there's been so much, right? Geopolitical issues, long-term contract, issues that some jackasses brought up about his father passing. And then like, is there anything though to the fact of like, is there any chance that he just says, fuck it, I'm staying in Russia? Like, is that at all a concern?
I don't think so. I think like, people bring that up about the Russians all the time, but these guys want to go play in the best league in the world, and they know. Like, I mean, you look at any of those guys, like they all at one point come over. Like they're like, can anyone think of like one kid like in Russia who just never left? Like even when they fucking had to like commit crimes to leave Russia and come over when they first started like
Malkin got smuggled out.
You know what I mean? Like fucking like they all want to come play in the NHL.
Yeah.
So no, I don't think there's a world where Michkov goes, no, I'll stay here forever.
And any comments for the jackass that decided to bring like his dad into the equation?
Fucking weird. That's fucking weird. I don't know why anyone would want to even like touch that, but like, I mean, it's the internet, and the internet's undefeated and very defeated at the same time somehow. So
fucking loser.
I don't know. It's not shocking. It feels like a fucking like John 0146212345 egg emoji or egg profile picture guy. One tweet ever.
No, it's usually
I can't tweet this in my real account. Yeah. John _weed lover 69 420.
Holy shit.